Darkness shrouds the walls of Collinwood and hides its secrets well. Inside the great house, all seems peaceful and serene. A frightened and disturbed boy lies sleeping. But sleep brings him no peace, for dreams can bring him one step closer to learning a terrifying and dangerous secret.
David, what's wrong?
I'm scared.
Well, why?
Did you have a bad dream? I must have had a nightmare. I was so scary.
He's still trembling.
But it is nothing to be afraid of, David. You had a bad dream, that's all. But it seems so real. Well, dreams sometimes can seem real. But they're not. Look around you, David. You're in your own room, and you're safe. I guess you're right.
You're all right now, aren't you, Davy?
I'm okay.
What were you dreaming about?
Can't you remember? No, I can't remember. Well, it's all over now. There's nothing to worry about. So why don't you try and go to sleep? I don't think I want to go back to sleep.
Do you want us to stay here with you for a while?
No. I guess I will be okay. You're not afraid anymore? No. Are you sure? Yes. All right. You try now and go back to sleep.
We'll be right downstairs if you need us for anything.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, Dave.
Bert, please, don't turn out the light. Please?
All right.
I'm worried about him, Burke.
He just had a nightmare, that's all. Kids have nightmares.
No, it's more than that. Something's been disturbing him terribly the past few days. He won't tell me what it is. David's never kept secrets from me before. Burke?
What is it, Dave?
Can I see you for a minute?
Well, yes. I'll meet you downstairs, Vicky.
All right.
Now, what can I do for you?
Burke, I lied before.
About what?
Well, about my dream. I do remember it.
Well, why did you say you didn't?
Because if Miss Winters heard it, she might have gotten mad at me.
Well, Vicky? What would she get mad at you for?
Well, you see, the dream was about a friend of hers.
Who?
Barnabas Collins.
Barnabas.
Yes, and Vicky sort of likes Barnabas, and I don't think she'd want to hear anything bad about him.
What was your dream?
Well, it started out, I was in a dark, spooky spooky place, and I was so scared. And all of a sudden, I felt somebody was behind me. And I turned around, and it was Barnabas.
Go on.
Well, I just knew he was going to do something horrible to me. I knew it.
What was he going to do to you?
I don't know. I don't remember. I just know I was so scared. His face was so twisted and mean and ugly looking. I just got so scared. And I started screaming. And that's when I woke up.
And that's everything you remember?
Yes.
David, do you have any reason to be afraid of Barnabas?
No. I guess not.
Has he ever done anything to you?
Not exactly.
Well, what does not exactly mean?
Well, I don't like the way he looks at me sometimes.
How does he look at you?
Well, I can't describe it. I just get a funny feeling. I get scared.
Why?
I don't know why. I just do.
But he's never done anything to you except to make you feel funny when he looks at you?
No, he's never done anything. I don't know why I'm so scared of him.
Well,
I don't...
It's probably just your imagination. No one would want to harm you, David, particularly a relative.
Burke, would you promise me something?
What's that?
That if Cousin Barnabas comes here, you won't let him come up here. You won't let him come near my room.
Well, why should he want to come up here?
Just don't let him. Please, Burke. Don't let him come near me.
But I don't understand it, Bert.
Neither do I, exactly.
What reason would David have for having a nightmare like that about Barnabas?
I don't know. All I know is that he's scared stiff of Barnabas.
Why should he be afraid of him? Has Barnabas ever said or done anything that might frighten David?
Nothing specific. But David said he doesn't like the way Barnabas looks at him.
Looks at him?
That's what he said. He said that he gets scared when Barnabas looks at him. There's something in his expression that frightens David.
Oh, now that doesn't make any sense, because Barnabas is very fond of him.
Maybe.
Well, he is. He was very concerned when David was missing.
Oh, I'm sure he said he was. But you know, Vicky,
What?
some kids have an instinctive sense about people.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that some kids are a better judge of character than the adults around them, because they operate on instinct.
What are you hinting at?
Well, there may be more to Barnabas than meets the eye, and David senses it.
Burke, I thought we'd settled all your suspicions about Barnabas.
All I know is David is terrified of him. He must have some reason for it.
David is disturbed because of the things that have been happening.
No, it's Barnabas he's afraid of. You'd know that if you saw the way he looked at Barnabas when I found him at the Collins Mausoleum. He was terrified.
Barnabas is totally incapable of harming anyone, least of all David. And besides, what reason would he have for wanting to harm David?
I'm not accusing him of anything, Vicky. I just wonder if he's everything you think he is.
Look, I don't want to get into an argument over him.
Well, neither do I.
Well, then, let's drop the subject, shall we?
I think maybe we should.
Good.
Where do you want to go this evening?
Oh, well, I think I should stay here, in case David needs me. You understand, don't you?
Sure.
Excuse me. Barnabas.
Is Miss Hoffman here?
No, I'm afraid she went out. I don't know when she'll be back. Would you like to wait in here for her?
No, but when she comes in, would you tell her to come over to the old house? Something has come up. Something I must discuss with her. It's rather urgent.
All right, I'll give her your message.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
I've never known Barnabas Collins to forget his manners before. He didn't even say hello to you.
He seemed very disturbed about something. I hope nothing's wrong.
I wonder why he's in such a rush to see Miss Hoffman.
Probably something about her book.
What could be so urgent about that book?
I don't know. And frankly, it's none of our business.
Is she still spending a lot of time down at the old house?
Yes, she does most of her research down there.
It's been going on for weeks. Hasn't she found out everything she needs to know?
Apparently not.
And apparently she and Barnabas has gotten very thick. You know, somehow that strikes me as being very strange.
He's helping her with the book. Burke, you seem to want to make a mystery out of everything Barnabas says and does. I don't like it.
Well, we said we weren't going to argue about it, so let's change the subject, huh?
All right. I'll go up and see how David is. I'll be right back.
Okay. You had a visitor a few minutes ago.
Oh, who?
Barnabas Collins.
Really?
Yes, he left a message for you. He said he wants you to go to the old house. He wants to see you about something. He said it was rather urgent.
Urgent?
That's what he told Vicky. And he seemed very anxious to find you. Very anxious.
Oh, well, he's probably uncovered some new information for my book.
Barnabas seems to be very actively involved in your book.
Yes, he's been very helpful.
Who else have you seen?
What?
About your book. Who else have you interviewed in the area? Who else has given you information besides Barnabas?
Several people.
Well, who?
Oh, several people that I've interviewed at the local historical society. Why?
Well, there are lots of families in Collinsport that know all about the history of the area, and they could be as much help to you as Barnabas.
Well, doubtless they will when I get around to interviewing them.
I was wondering why you were concentrating all your time and attention on Barnabas.
Well, Mr. Collins happens to be the first person I've interviewed. When I finish finding out everything he has to tell me, I'll move on to the next.
I see.
I believe in doing a thorough job.
Yes. Yes, apparently you do.
Is there anything wrong with that?
No. No, nothing.
But thank you for taking the message. Good night.
Good night, Miss Hoffman.
Where is she? Why hasn't she come?
She'll be here.
When? I can't afford to wait much longer.
You mustn't do anything foolish, Barnabas. Dr. Hoffman will take care of everything.
She assured me she was taking care of everything. She assured me she had everything under control. But she's wrong.
She's here.
Let her in.
Come in. She's been waiting for you.
Barnabas, I got your message. Why did you want to see me? What's going on?
Doctor, you blundered. It may mean the end of everything.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maggie Evans' memory is returning.
What?
The memory of what happened here in this house, the memory you presumably destroyed forever, is returning.
But that's not possible.
Tell her, Willie.
Her father and the sheriff were in the Blue Whale tonight, and it slipped out. Mr. Evans was drunk, saying all kinds of things. The sheriff tried to quiet him down. But he hinted the whole case would be solved in a few days, and it's because of Maggie.
That could only mean one thing. Her memory is returning.
Nonsense. I made certain that her memory will never return.
So you said, but you were wrong.
When I hypnotized her, she lost all trace of that memory. The only way she could regain that memory is if I were to hypnotize her again and tell her to remember.
You must make sure that she doesn't remember.
She doesn't. She never will.
I'll give you one more chance, Doctor, to find out if she doesn't. Go to her, now, tonight, and make sure that her memory is gone.
But
this time for good.
It is
Don't
gone.
argue with me. Go to her before it's too late.
I can't go to her.
Why not?
She's no longer my patient. Dr. Woodard took me off the case.
What?
He decided to take over himself a few days ago.
Why did he do that?
He grew suspicious, we argued.
You allowed him to grow suspicious.
I couldn't help it.
Another blunder. This may mean your life.
You can't kill me, Barnabas.
Can't I?
No, you need me to continue your experiments.
Do I?
Yes. Besides, there's no point in killing me. I'm not a threat to you.
You failed me.
I didn't. Maggie's memory is gone. Gone for good, and it will never return.
I only have your word for that.
You'll have to take my word for it. You'll have to trust me.
I trusted you before.
You have no reason not to trust me now. You think Maggie's memory is returning. You suspect it is, but you're wrong.
She could be right, Barnabas.
She's right about one thing. I've decided to spare you, Doctor, in spite of your blundering.
And Maggie?
What would you have me do?
Wait.
Wait?
Wait for a few days. You'll see that her memory will not return.
And if it does?
It won't. You must believe that.
All right, Doctor. Perhaps you were right. Perhaps my fears were without cause.
Then you won't do anything to Maggie.
Not yet. Not until I'm certain that she no longer is a threat to me.
At least you're being sensible.
Isn't it time for the injection, Doctor?
Yes.
Oh, please prepare it.
All right. But I'm glad you didn't panic, Barnabas.
Barnabas,
Yes?
you're planning something, aren't you?
Am I?
You're planning to kill Maggie Evans. Oh, I know you are. You lied to Dr. Hoffman. You're not going to leave Maggie alone. You're going to kill her.
Do I have any other choice?
Well, you don't know how much she remembers. Her memory might not come back. Not the part about you anyway.
I can hardly afford to take that chance.
Well, you don't want to kill her. You know you don't.
I tried to spare her, but now she's become too much of a threat to my existence. And yours.
Why don't you wait? Find out how much she knows.
I cannot wait. I've waited too long as it is.
When are you planning to do it?
When the moon disappears behind those clouds, and I can move unobserved in the darkness.
Tonight.
Yes, tonight.
Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.